This is Olga from the Toy Dolls.
This is Ronan, the Toy Dolls biographer. Welcome to the Toy Dolls LPs.
Right, we're now into a new millennium, Olga.
Right.
This is a band that has straddled 2,000 years. It might feel like that sometimes. So this is the year 2000 and we're on to anniversary anthems. So before we start on this album, I want to ask about the live recording on stage in Stuttgart, which was released the previous year.
Yep.
How have you viewed the various live albums that you've brought out over the years?
Well, I mean, there's not that many. I mean, there was 20 tunes from Tokyo album, which wasn't very good at all. That was just recorded on a little handheld thing like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't very good. But and I think we'd done another one in the studio a few years ago. That wasn't bad. But that one, the Stuttgart one, is a really nice one, and that was produced by our sound engineer that we use now on live gigs, Martin. Yeah, that was really
nice to have a snapshot from time to time of how you sounded.
Yeah, I think so, and that was recorded at two different places. One was half the album's in Frankfurt and half's in Stuttgart, but we were playing quite well at the time as well, and it's a nice one. The guitar sounds good.
Yeah, that's good. Now, Anniversary Anthems was obviously a nod to the band notching up 21 years. Was it something you felt particularly proud enough to mark in this way, or was it just a convenient concept of the anniversary kind of thing?
Yeah, it was just a convenient concept. Actually, it was 21 because we've done the song 21 today on it. I'm actually really pleased with the album. The problem with that, calling it Anniversary Anthems, is lots of people thought it was just a collection of Toy Dolls songs.
Anthemic ones.
Yeah, well, they didn't think it was like new songs.
Oh, I see.
You know, they just thought it was like a best of thing. You know, we call that, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's one of the best albums. So there you go.
Yeah. You mentioned on the band's website a while back that you feel the intro for this album is too long. Can you give us some insight into the intro / outro concept on your albums? How they come about, whether they have to complement or differ from each other, what's the ideal length?
Well, yeah, I mean, the ideal length, I mean, it's a lot shorter than what that one is. It's just nice to have like a little start and a finish, like a film or a television program. You know, it just seems to work. You know, it puts a start on and puts an ending to the album. It should complement the songs, really. But that one just dragged on and on. We thought trying to do something a bit different. It's actually a cover version. The anniversary waltz or something. Yeah, it's an actual cover version, so I didn't actually write it. Yeah, it's a bit boring and long. That's it.
But you do put a lot of work into the writing of an outro and intro because it can mark the.
Well, it's the first thing
identify
the
album, can set the tone for it. Yeah.
Right.
Now this album is sprinkled with cover versions, but surely the standout one is "Living La Vida Loca." I've got two questions about this. Firstly, was it a massive challenge to take on a Latino dance classic song and make a good job of it? How did you come about this particular song?
It would have been a massive challenge if we'd followed all that fancy drumming that's on it. I mean, it's a brilliant song, don't get me wrong, but we thought if we were going to do it our way, we'd just change it completely, and we just made the drums straight. It's just that's all it is.
Yeah.
But it works great for the vocals and the kazoos and things that we used for it. But that was like planned to go. I mean, I really like the song, but I thought just to copy a song and not do it as good is pointless. You've got to make it like a Toy Dolls song, so it sounded
own identity.
Yeah, so it sounds like it was written like by us. Yeah, I think it turned out well. And it got used on a Hollywood film, Haggard, the movie or something.
Okay, right. And there's also a nice little video that you did I think you recorded in Japan, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to Japan.
Quite risque in parts.
Yeah, that wasn't my idea, that was the video guy's idea. I didn't realise at the end. Yeah, there's all this S&M stuff going on.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, guys, if you want to have a look.
Change the subject.
Yeah, well, I've got another question about that.
Oh my God.
No, about the song, right? Yeah. I wanted to ask you about, you mentioned kazoos there, kazoo on your recordings in general. It's a great idea, a music as in humour terms, as well as for musical variety. But can you remember what was it that made you go for the kazoo option in the first place?
Well, it only cost 5 pence, that's a good thing.
Not bad.
And I think we first used them in DJs as slag, I think, years and years ago. You know, and you just have to sing into them.
Yeah.
You know, they're instantly they're very distinctive. The sound.
It's become a bit of a theme, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean that's probably it for a while now. I mean, I wasn't going to use them in on an album, which is a few albums after then. Well, I'll tell you about that when we get to that album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're definitely distinctive, but I think too much of them is, we're probably borderline now with that.
Okay, yeah. But so I think it's great to have in the catalogue. You can look back fondly at all the fun you had with, and other people had, of course, with them as well in the studio with you. A few of the songs on this album reference life in Durham. So you got Living on Newton Hall and What You Had with Huey. Yeah. Second Shincliffe reference of this series.
Yeah.
This was a time, 2000, when you left the northeast of England and moved to Japan for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know a little bit about the decision to make that move. How you felt about it?
Well, it was actually less than a year. It wasn't 2 years, but well, I was producing a band at the time, a Japanese band, Lolita Number 18. I thought the best way to get more into the production and understand the band and the language is to actually go there and live there and study Japanese. And then, so I moved to Japan and started going to college there. And but fantastic. Look, food is fantastic and culture is brilliant. The weather's not great. It's too cold in the winter and too hot in the summer. But the main reason is to learn Japanese so I could converse with the production side.
That was a good experience for you. I mean, overall you enjoyed it. Yeah, very enriching. Yeah. Next question is about I've Had Enough of Magaluf, which is a belter, I've got to say, and not only because of the brilliant rhyme in the title. You've talked in the past about the lengths you'd go to in order to impress or to pursue a girlfriend. I'll be very careful with the meaning of that. Can you paint a picture of your trips to the Costa Brava and to Mallorca to woo the ladies?
I've done. I mean, most of these places that I went to woo the ladies, and not many, a couple of them, I actually went. I remember going wearing a crumbie. Yeah. And spending.
Did people call you riffraff because you wore a crumbie?
I think, and I spent nearly all my money doing this. I think I spent more money on
making statements. Was it?
Yes, that's where all my money's gone.
Yeah, pursuing the ladies. Well, it might have had its triumphs in the past. We just don't know. That's probably for another interview, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What's the story behind Charlie's Watching? I'm not sure we ever got to the bottom of what that was based on.
Well, actually, it's one of those songs, Charlie's Watching. It's based on about 8 different people, and half of it's made up.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a standard Toy Doll song, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's not 100% truth in that one, and it was a little bit to do with the girl who was featured in What You Had with Huey as well.
Yeah.
But I couldn't use the same name twice. So it's quite a bit to do with him actually.
So it's a mixture of of factors. Yeah. Next question is a fan question, and it's to do with your trusty Telecaster as well. Has it been always your guitar for the solos, or will you use a different guitar for the solos specifically?
For recording, well, obviously for recording, it varies. It varies. I mean, it's a very distinct sound Telecaster. I mean, it's always there for the rhythm guitar. On that album, the Anniversary Anthems one, that's actually that is a Les Paul and a Telecaster left and right. But most of I think 70% of the solos were played on the Les Paul on that one.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it complements well the two sounds.
To be honest, the Les Paul I've got is nothing like a gold top. It's just a custom Les Paul black one, and it almost sounds the same as the Telecaster. It's just a bit thicker.
And again, it's to do with comfort. You're comfortable with that style of recording and so on. Yeah. Okay. 2 more questions. Well, one's about Dog Mania, which was a song that made many people wonder if they'd met the character before in a previous song. Maybe something like How Do You Deal with Neil, or one of those types of characters. Can you shed any light there about Dog Mania?
To be honest, that was in one of those songs that took forever, and it's not very good. And it's one I want to forget about. The only thing I like about it is the at the beginning. The guitar bits, but I don't think the song on the lyrics.
No particular interest.
No, I'm not really that proud of that one.
Oh, okay. And the last question is about points in the band's career and your career when you've thought about splitting up the band.
Yeah.
On various occasions, also for very different reasons.
Yeah.
Around 20, 21 years, which was this anniversary album's point.
Yeah.
Would have been a good stint. Nobody would have blamed you for stopping there. So we're still happy enough in the long term as a toy doll at this point. Did this anniversary Anthems album give you a fresh boost?
I don't think it really gave us a fresh boost. I mean, I was happy with the album. It was really, really nice. But we weren't ready to start doing live gigs at that time. Because really Gary had left, and so there was only Marty left anyway, so I didn't have a bass player, so I'd have to find a bass player as well. And then I think at that time, that's when I started playing bass guitar for the Dickies. So I'd done that for like a year and a half, 2 years, and then we were ready to start doing the live gigs again.
Yeah, and that was a great diversion. Those 2 stints you did with the Dickies and with the.
It was one of the best time ever.
Yeah. Pressure off, really. We're a musician.
Yeah, especially the Dickies. They can, you just do what you like, and if we don't like it, we'll let you know. So you don't feel restricted at all, and just the best guys.
You remained great friends with them, and
be seeing them in a few months.
Yeah, and got yourself on a DVD into the bargain as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Lovely. Thanks, Olga, for your thoughts on anniversary albums.
Thank you, Ron.
Cheers.